Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Sure. This tutorial will guide you through writing GraphQL queries to test GraphQL APIs. We'll cover the basics of GraphQL queries, how to structure them, and provide code examples to help you understand how to interact with a GraphQL API effectively. What is GraphQL? GraphQL is a query language for APIs that allows clients to request only the data they need. It provides a more efficient and flexible alternative to REST APIs. With GraphQL, you send a single request and receive a structured response with the data specified in your query. Part 3, Writing GraphQL Queries. One basic structure of a GraphQL query. A basic GraphQL query consists of query type, the operation you want to perform, example query, mutation. Fields, the data you want to retrieve. Arguments, optional parameters to filter or modify the result. Example of a basic query *. In this example, we are querying for a user with an ID of 1 and asking for the user's ID, name, and email. 2. Making a GraphQL query. To test a GraphQL API, you can use various tools, including graphql, an in-browser IDE for exploring GraphQL. Postman, a popular API testing tool that supports GraphQL. curl, a command line tool for making HTTP requests. Programming languages, you can write scripts in languages like JavaScript, Python, etc. 3. Using JavaScript with Fetch API. Here's a simple example using JavaScript with the Fetch API to make a GraphQL query. Step 1, Setup. Make sure you have an API endpoint. For this example, let's say our GraphQL API is hosted at https://example.com/graphql. Step 2, Write the query. Step 3, Send the request. Here's how you can send the request. 4. Using Python with requests. If you prefer Python, you can use the requests library to make GraphQL queries. Step 1, Install the requests library. If you haven't installed it yet, you can do so via pip. Step 2, Write the query and send the request. 5. Handling variables in queries. GraphQL allows you to use variables to make your queries more dynamic. Here's how you can do that. Query with variables *. JavaScript example *. Python example *. Conclusion. In this tutorial, we covered how to write and execute GraphQL queries to test a GraphQL API. We looked at different ways to send queries using JavaScript and Python, including handling variables for dynamic requests. You can further explore GraphQL by experimenting with mutations, subscriptions, and using libraries like Apollo Client or Relay for more complex applications. Happy querying!